What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and I finally finished building all of the new Ahsoka sets that came out during the month of September. So today I figured it would be a good idea to go ahead and do a in-depth review of every single set that was released to go with the Ahsoka TV show. So as you all know, there are 3 sets that they released for the Ahsoka show, and I'm very excited to give my opinions on all of these, because I think this is honestly one of the best LEGO Star Wars waves that we have gotten recently. The minifigures are great and the builds are even better, so I'm very excited to let y'all know what my opinions of this wave are. So let's just go ahead and get straight into it with the Ahsoka Tano's T6 Jedi Shuttle. Alright, and first off we have Ahsoka Tano's T6 Jedi Shuttle. I really like this ship. I think it looks really great. I like the kind of maroon / dark red color scheme with it. It looks really good. It also has a few sticker pieces on it. Most of them are on the wings, but you can also see some of them on the center here with these disc pieces as well as these tiles. Also, there is a printed windshield piece, and here is what the T6 Jedi Shuttle looks like in kind of a more landed position, and I think it looks really nice. I don't have the first one, so it's nice to be able to get this one. The cockpit's very small. It does have a little control panel, and you can easily fit one minifigure inside of it. And then if we look at the front of the ship, we can see a stud shooter on each side of the ship, and then towards the back we are able to see this bubble turret, which represents the rear gunner seat, and then we have some back thrusters which look very nice. I think the back of the ship looks really good. Even though you don't really see it too much, it's still cool in my opinion. And also the main gimmick of this set is you're able to like rotate the centerpiece, because that's how the actual ship works in the Star Wars universe. It kind of rotates around like that, and I think the play feature works really well, and it's a great feature. Also, from the back, this looks terrible, but I guess you're only looking at it from the front, but I just thought I would mention that just to let y'all know. And also, these 2 panels right here actually are able to open up, and you can see a very small interior. It literally can just hold a few accessories. You cannot fit a minifigure in here. It would be cool if you could, but you do not. So that's my main kind of gripe with the set, is there's not much of an interior, but for $80 you can't really expect a huge interior for a LEGO Star Wars ship. So I don't really know if that's a valid criticism. I think if this set were a bit more expensive, it maybe could have been a bit better, but that's whatever. Anyway, here we have the minifigures. You do get 4. Each minifigure is exclusive, and they do have alternate face prints. Also worth mentioning, Sabine does have 2 faces, and she has a hairpiece included. And Merrick, who I think a lot of people are curious about, he does not have a face print. It's just a black head, and then all of the minifigures have detailed back printing, and I think they are probably some of the best minifigures in this wave. I think the Ahsoka minifigure is my favorite out of just the entire wave, because she's got the arm printing, and I really like the new face print as well as the new kind of hairpiece. I forget what it's called. I think it's like Montrolls or something. I'm not sure, but overall, very solid set in my opinion. I really like it. I give this one a 9 out of 10. I just think I wish it was a little bit more expensive so they could have added more detail to it, but like for what we got, I'm happy with. And let's get into the value of the minifigures. Granted, these are still brand new on Bricklink, so the value is a little bit, heightened, I would say, but they are going for a lot of money right now. You can see most of them are upwards of $15. I think Hu Yang is the cheapest one out of all of these, like Sabine and Merrick were both $34, but let's get into the next set. Alright, and so the next set we're going to take a look at is the second most expensive set out of the wave. This is Shinhati Starfighter versus the New Republic E-Wing set. This is kind of one of those battle sets where you get 2 ships in one set. They did something similar to this with the Mandalorian Fang Fighter and the TIE Interceptor set back in May to coincide with the Mandalorian Season 3. And the first of the 2 that I'll take a look at is Shinhati's Starfighter. This is my favorite out of the 2 designs, and I really like the color scheme with this one. I think that's why I like this one more than the E-Wing. It's got a very unique color scheme to it. It's not just a gray or a white ship. It's got some interesting color to it, and I really like the shape of it too. It reminds me of a Naboo Starfighter, a little bit, and towards the front here we can see this printed little turbine piece as well as these orange tiles surrounding it, which was a very fun building process. Use some Technic pieces. Then we have these two kind of, I guess, wings to the side, and then you can see some stickers and stud shooters on both sides of the Starfighter. There's more stickers towards the cockpit as well. These are kind of just mirror images of each other, and then the actual cockpit does have a printed piece for the windshield, and there are of course stud shooters as well on each side. Also, there are some little brick built blasters, I guess, right here, and you can also open up this back compartment in the cockpit, and the back compartment is meant to hold a lightsaber, and then of course you can easily fit Shinhati inside of her Starfighter. Also worth mentioning, there is a secret compartment right here, and what's crazy is you can actually fit a minifigure inside of here. So I'm curious if they do that in the show, because as of recording this, they haven't done that yet. So I'm wondering if that's just something LEGO decided to include, or if it actually has relevance in the show. But overall, I really like Shinhati Starfighter. It is a very unique ship. I think it'll stand out on your shelf, and honestly, this set's worth buying. I mainly bought it just for the Starfighter. Of course, I wouldn't have bought it for $110 if it was just that, but you get what I'm saying, though. It is a great Starfighter, and now the next ship that you get in the set is the New Republic A-Wing, and I'm not trying to say that the New Republic A-Wing is bad. I really like the design of it. It is the second time we've gotten an E-Wing. I think the first one was with the Yoda Chronicles. We got Check 14 Starfighter. And what I really like about this is kind of the blue color scheme you can see here. And there's also a few sticker pieces around here too. You can see various panels and other details. And I really like this. It reminds me a lot of the X-Wing, but I feel like it's unique enough to stand out. Also on the bottom it has some retractable landing gear, which is really nice. There's 3 landing gears you can retract, and you can have it displayed like this, which looks really good. I have it displayed in the flying position, but it's good that you're able to have it displayed both ways. I really like that kind of customization. And to the side we're able to see some panels sticking out as well as stud shooters on each side of the ship, and I think it is a very clean look. I like the use of greebling on the side of the E-Wing, and then there's these kind of, I guess these are called thrusters off to the front. I don't really know the name of all the parts of the ship, but I think they look really nice. There's also some blasters off to the side here, and of course it is mirrored on the other side of the E-Wing. Also, there is a compartment for the astromech, or as I like to call him, the IKEA droid, and towards the back there's more greebling, and there's these pink torpedo pieces, which I'm guessing are some of the thrusters, which look really nice. You can also, of course, remove the astromech, and then the inside is very small. You can see there's space for a minifigure, and there's a small control panel, but I like that the pilot is able to fit in there comfortably. Also, there's another hidden compartment here. If you remove this panel, you can actually store some accessories inside of here, which I thought was good, so that way you don't lose the extra pieces you get. And then, of course, like I showed earlier, you can, of course, put the, you can retract the landing gear as well to have it in this flying position, which I think looks really nice. Now, just a disclaimer, the stands are not included in this set, but I made them with just a few pieces in my collection, so it really does not take too much. It's not really expensive to add that to it, and it makes it way better. But I think the E-Wing is very good too. This is the minifigure selection. You get 5 exclusive minifigures in this set, and I think they all look great. All of them have alternate facial expressions, and you also get an alternate hairpiece for the New Republic pilot, which I thought was a nice touch. I like that they're trying to do that recently with giving them new hairpieces, and they all have back printing except for the droid. Now, here is Balin. Balin is worth about $20 right now. Again, the price is a bit inflated because they are new. And then Shinhati is around the same, $20. I really wish they gave these 2 minifigures capes, but I digress. And then Morgan Elsbeth goes for about $18, so she's a little bit cheaper than the other 2. And then the New Republic fighter pilot is going for about $14, and then the IKEA droid goes for around $17. Now keep in mind, I don't think they're going to be this expensive all the time. Probably will go down as time goes on, but who's to say? But anyway, I think this set is very good. I think it's a little underrated. I feel like everybody really likes the Ghost and the T6 Shuttle, and don't get me wrong, those are definitely better than this, but I feel like a lot of people are looking over this one, and I think it's definitely worth adding to your collection. I give it a solid 8 out of 10. I really like it. It goes really great with the other 2 Ahsoka sets, so if you get the other 2, in my opinion, you might as well get this one. Alright, and now we have the set that I was most excited for out of the Ahsoka wave. It is, of course, the new iteration of the Ghost. I feel like Star Wars Rebels fans have just not been getting LEGO sets recently because there hasn't been any new Star Wars Rebels content, so I guess you can't really blame LEGO, but because of that, the old Star Wars Rebels sets were so expensive. The Ghost was reaching like $700-800 if you wanted it sealed, so I am so happy that LEGO released a new Ghost set and it delivers. I think it looks way better than the old one. It is very detailed. It also has a retractable Phantom, which is also included in the set, and I really like the Phantom. It has some great sticker pieces. It's a little small, but I can see why, because they kind of threw it in with the Ghost as well and didn't make it a separate set, but you can see a Purgle sticker up there, and then there's some other stickers towards the kind of front of the Phantom, and then the other side is just mirrored of the right side, and then towards the back we were able to see another sticker piece as well as these blue thrusters, and there's this compartment which holds a weapon and a little binoculars, and also you are able to open up the cockpit like this, and here's what the interior looks like. It's very tight, not as big as the other Phantom 2, and you can fit a minifigure inside, but it is very small and definitely not to scale. But what's cool about this is it is very easily to attach it to the Ghost, which I think is amazing, and it actually is very secure despite only being held in by like one small Technic pin, so I really like that play feature. It's great that you get both in the same set, because I feel like they definitely could have like released a Phantom 2 set and like charged like some crazy price for it and people would have bought it, so I'm happy they didn't. But anyway, let's just get into the main attraction, which is of course the Ghost, the 2023 revamp of this. And we'll first start off with the front of the Ghost. We are able to see this little turret towards the front, as well as this bubble turret, I guess, right here, and we can see some more windshields up towards the front. What's also really cool is you were able to completely detach the cockpit, so you can easily fit a minifigure in there, and there's some sticker pieces inside, and they use an Inquisitor blade as the handle. And there is Hera inside, so you can fit a minifigure. You can also fit another one up top, so I've got Jason right there, and you can barely see them inside of there, but I think they fit in very nicely. Also, there are these two, spring-loaded shooters, and if you move this turret around, you can actually fire these spring-loaded shooters, which is a nice play feature, but a little bit annoying if you're trying to have it on display. But off to the side, we are able to see more greebling, and this is where this really starts to kind of separate from the earlier version of the Ghost, as this is really where you can see all of the detail that the designers put into this set. They really did a fantastic job of it. There's plenty of sticker pieces, and I really like the kind of sand blue color scheme and the sand green. I think it looks great, and the old Ghost, I think, had a lot of gaps in between like all of the like different spaces. This does not have like any gaps. Every like piece of the Ghost is like filled in with some kind of detail, so there's not a lot of like emptiness here, which I really like, and I think it makes it look way better than the 2014 version of the set. So I really like the exterior of this. I think it looks great from all sides. It is a very impressive ship. It's very distinct too, and I also have a bias to this because I'm a huge Star Wars Rebels fan, so I'm just happy to get a Ghost, but like I'm even more happy that they did a good job with it too. And here is what the back of it looks like. You can see several thrusters. I really like that blue color. I think that's a new color that they've recently been using a lot of recently. And then here is what the back of the Ghost looks like without the Phantom attached. So I kind of like it a little more without it attached because it looks more like the Ghost, but that's just my opinion. Also, there's this turret which is able to move up and down, and then you can open up this right here, and you can see a small little compartment to store a minifigure to access the gunner seat. Also, this entire panel is able to be removed so you can see the inside of the Ghost, and it's a little compact, but there are a few details inside. You're able to see stairs to the main seat, and then there's also a small little kitchen, and there is a little crate here, and they even have a reference to one of the earlier episodes of Star Wars Rebels. There is a main loo run inside of the crate. Also, there are these two doorways with some sticker pieces on the floor, and these lead to the outside. There's also a little panel right here as well, and It's a very small interior, but you are able to fit all of the minifigures that are included in the set comfortably. No, really, there's not a lot of walking space, but hey, you can fit them inside, so I guess that's all you really need from this. Also, what's new with this one is you're able to move down these areas to kind of have some landing gear, I guess. And then here are the minifigures included. You get 5, and of course all of these guys are exclusive, and mostly everybody has alternate facial expressions. I think just Jason and Hera do, and then all the minifigures have back printing, and what I thought was really cool is Chopper has back printing, which I was not expecting. But let's get into the value. Hera is not on Bricklink yet, so I'm just kind of using the older version to kind of like get a rough idea for what the new one might be worth. Jason is going for around $31, and then Chopper is going for around the same price. Keep in mind, this is very inflated because the set is brand new, so don't expect it to stay like this. And then the Admiral guy is like $35, and then the other minifigure you get is about $32. So overall, I think the Ghost is definitely my favorite out of the entire release of the Ahsoka sets. I think they did an amazing job with it. It's a little overpriced, but honestly, your only other option is paying like $500 for the retired one that isn't as good, so I think it is worth it. I give this set a 10 out of 10. I love it. I think it fits in great with my collection, and I'm just happy as a Star Wars Rebels fan to get a Ghost in my collection, because I was not trying to pay $500 for one. But anyway, here is the entire Ahsoka wave all lined up together, just so y'all can get a better idea as to what the entire wave looks like next to each other. And if y'all take away anything from this video, I just hope this helps y'all decide which sets you want to add to your collection with the Ahsoka wave, because in my opinion, I think they are all great sets, but they're not for everybody. I feel like, if anything, a lot of people are going to pass up on the Shinhati Starfighter versus the New Republic E-Wing. If I can, I would highly recommend that set. I would highly recommend all of these sets. I think they're all great additions to your collection. They differentiate themselves from the other LEGO Star Wars sets because they're not just like gray. They actually have unique colors, unique designs, and I think LEGO has just done a fantastic job with this wave. I feel like this is going to be kind of a double-edged sword because I really like this wave, but I feel like in the future I'm going to be overly critical on the other waves because this one was so good. So I guess we'll see, but my favorite set out of the entire wave is definitely the Ghost, and then that is then followed by the Ahsoka Tano's T6 Jedi Shuttle. My least favorite is Shinhati's Starfighter versus the New Republic E-Wing, but all of these sets are great. Regardless of the ranking, all of these are great. I think all of these are at least above an 8 out of 10, so I really like these. I think you should definitely pick them up. I've loved the Ahsoka show so far too, so I feel like that has kind of influenced my opinion on this, so definitely let me know what y'all think of the Ahsoka show so far too as well. So I think by the time this video is live, episode 5 will have come out, so that'll be exciting to talk about in the comments below. But that is all for today, so definitely let me know what you thought of my review of the Ahsoka wave of sets. Let me know if you plan on picking up any of these guys, and yeah, be sure to subscribe if you are new around here, and we will see y'all later. Peace out.